10:30 a.m. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for week 2, Staying Active as We Age. I'm Christine Murphy, Interim Coordinator for Nevada County Falls Prevention Coalition, and this is my guest host, Peter Stack. You want to tell a little bit about yourself, Peter?
Hi, everybody. I'm Peter Stack, and I've been a member of the Fall Coalition for about 11 years, which has been a really amazing learning experience. I work for Partners in Care. We are able to provide in-home care service for people who need in-home care, and also hospice and comfort care services as well. So because I work in the aging and disability and caregiving world, this has been a real asset to teach people about fall prevention.
Great, and thank you so much for helping us today with our session. We have some fun information for you today. We'll begin with a video vignette from one of our coalition members, registered nurse Diane Meisler. She's going to talk to us about the importance of monitoring your medications and how that may impact your fall risk. She's a long-term coalition member and great asset to our community. After that, Peter and I will walk you through the National Council on Aging's Falls Free Checkup. So that document I mailed you, I bet some of you completed it already, didn't you?
That would be great.
You're probably overachievers. We'll walk you through that and talk about that a little bit. And then we have another vignette to share with another fall prevention tip from a Falls Prevention Coalition friend. There shouldn't be any music anymore, anyway. Okay. And then finally, we will review our week 2 exercise video. So this week, warming up in the chair, and then followed by some balance and yoga exercise designed to increase your balance and reduce your fall risk. All right, let's begin. All right, so I'm going to share a video with you.
Some people are still hearing music.
Really?
That's what it said. Let me check again.
There's no music.
Hi, I'm Diane Meisler. I'm an RN with Nevada County Senior Outreach Nurse Program, and I'm going to be talking about medications and fall risk. At the end of this, if you'd like a copy of the talk, I'll give you my phone number, so grab a pen. It's important to follow your doctor's orders and to take your medicines regularly. It's also important, though, to be educated about your medications and talk to your doctor about any concerns you have. In this talk, I'll use doctor to refer to any provider who writes prescriptions. Certain types of medications can increase your fall risk. I think of these as the 3 Bs, medicines that affect your brain, your blood pressure, or your blood sugar. I'll talk about brain medications first. These might be taken for sleep, for depression, for anxiety, for psychosis, or sometimes for behavior problems found with dementia. Many of them can cause balance problems, lightheadedness, or a drop in your blood pressure when you stand up, which can lead to fainting. One type of brain medication is given for insomnia. Some common ones are Ambien, the generic for that is Zolpidem, Sonata or Zaleplon, and Lunesta or Izopiclone. You'll notice all of these have a Z in their generic name, which is a giveaway that they're that type of sleep medication. Besides unsteadiness, these sleep medicines can cause memory issues, especially in people over 60. If you're noticing balance problems, lightheadedness, or memory issues, you should review your medications with your prescriber or pharmacist. The second type of brain medicines I call the antis, antidepressants, anticonvulsants, and antipsychotics. The last 2 might be prescribed for depression and also for behavioral problems in people with dementia, which unfortunately is a group at higher risk of falls. So be sure you know what you're taking your medication for and know the side effects. And a third type of brain medication is the benzodiazepines, which are used to treat anxiety and sometimes to help with sleep. I call these the PAM, because the generic names all end with PAM or M. Common ones are Ativan or lorazepam, Xanax or alprazolam, Klonopin or clonazepam, Valium or diazepam, and Restoril or temazepam. Benzodiazepines are one of the most common medications associated with fall risk, especially in elderly. But it's very important to know that you should never stop benzodiazepines without medical supervision. It's true of all medications, but benzodiazepines are especially risky because stopping them abruptly can cause increased anxiety and even seizures. So, brain medications are the first B. The second B stands for blood pressure. Sometimes medications for blood pressure can work too well and drop blood pressure dangerously low. This can be because of interactions with other medications, dehydration or weight loss or lifestyle changes. And as we age, our ability to correct our blood pressure when we stand up decreases, which can also lead to fainting. For that reason, it's believed that the target blood pressure for older adults should be higher. A conservative figure is about 140/80, which might be higher than you thought you were shooting for. If you have a blood pressure cuff at home, it's good to check your blood pressure sitting, and also about a minute after you stand up and see how much it drops. And a side note on blood pressure is that medications given for enlarged prostate can also drop your blood pressure. A common one is tamsulosin or Flomax. The third B, medications are used to treat high blood sugar in diabetics. Like blood pressure medicines, these can work too well, and low blood sugar can cause confusion, dizziness, falls, and even coma and death. Problems with blood sugar medications usually happen when people exercise more or eat less than usual, or with new medications. It's really important that blood sugar medications have food to work on, or they can drop your blood sugar too much. If you're being treated for diabetes, don't skip meals. Take an extra snack if you're exercising more than usual. And if you ever just feel off, check your blood sugar. That can be really helpful information for your provider. Write down the time and what was happening at the time. In general, it's a good idea to periodically review your medications with your doctor or pharmacist, especially if there are changes in your medication regimen. A pharmacist can check for drug interactions, another factor that can lead to increased fall risk. And a good rule of thumb is if you find that you're feeling dizzy or faint, or especially if you fall, get in touch with your provider to see what you can do to lower your fall risk. So to review, the three medications associated with falls are medicines that affect your brain, your blood pressure, and your blood sugar. If you have any questions after this talk, write them down and get in touch with your doctor. And it may be that your provider decides that the benefits of your medication outweigh the risks, but it's an important conversation to have. And educating yourself about side effects of your medications can help you avoid or prepare for them. My phone number, if you would like to leave me an email to send a copy of this talk, is 530-205-5824. You can also find a link to this talk on the Hospital Foundation's YouTube page. And my phone number again is 530-205-5824. Thank you for listening, and remember, knowledge is power.
All right, so that was our good friend and coalition member, Diane Meisler.
I'm seeing in the questions, in the chat room, that a person named Connie said that she made a comment that she tends to not lift her feet high enough getting on curbs, and so that's a problem tripping. But the fact that she's aware enough that that is happening will help her improve that. So just the fact that she is saying it out loud and acknowledging the fact that she needs to lift her feet more on curbs is a really good chat room. Thank you so much, Connie.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And that's a great segue to our next segment. So you'll see that theme come up again in just a moment. All right, just checking here. So now Peter and I are going to walk you through the National Council on Aging's Falls Free checklist. So if you printed out the document that I sent, you could have that. Or if you just want to note it on scratch paper, there's a link where you could complete this survey electronically at a later time. So you pick what's right for you, and we'll just kind of have a discussion about some of these fall risks.
But please fill out the form because I think it'll make you really aware of things that you don't know.
Absolutely. Be patient with my computer for just a moment. There we go. All right, just gonna have me do this. Okay, so here we go. The Falls Free Checkup is a tool that was created for the National Council on Aging by the Greater Los Angeles VA Geriatric Research Education Clinical Center and affiliates, and is a validated fall risk assessment tool. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. And here's the link to where the tool is online, and we can share this with you after the presentation if you like. So there are 12 questions in this survey, and Peter will get us started.
All right, everybody get your pens and papers out. Make sure it's a very simple choice. It's a yes or no. The first question is, I have fallen in the past year. Yes or no? Mark your answer. The reason why this is important and why it matters is because people who have fallen once are likely to fall again.
All right, question number 2. I use or have been advised to use a cane or walker to get around safely. Yes or no? Please mark your answer. Why does this matter? Well, people who have been advised to use a cane or walker may already be more likely to fall. Peter?
And here we go with question number 3. Sometimes I feel unsteady when I'm walking. Answer is yes or no. The reason why this is important and why it matters is because unsteadiness or needing support while walking are signs of poor balance.
Thank you, Peter. Question number 4. I steady myself by holding on to furniture when walking at home. Yes or no? Why does it matter? This is also a sign of poor balance when you're looking for that external device to help. All right, back to Peter.
And here we go with question 5. I am worried about falling or worry about falling. Answer is yes or no. The reason why it's important to admit you're worried about falling, why it matters. People who are worried about falling are more likely to fall or have fallen before. Okay, Christine.
Thank you, Peter. Question number 6. I need to push with my hands to stand up from a chair. And answer yes or no. And why it matters? Well, using your hands to stand up from a chair is a sign of weak leg muscles, a major reason for falling.
Especially in this time of COVID with our sedentary ways at the moment.
Indeed, indeed. Back to you,
Here we
Peter.
go with question number 7. Everybody ready? I have some trouble stepping up onto a curb. This relates to Connie's comment in our chat room. Answer is yes or no. The reason why it's important and why it matters. This is also a sign of weak leg muscles. And like I mentioned before, just the fact that Connie was able to say she doesn't lift her legs high enough on a curb is the best part to get started, admitting it.
Absolutely. In last week's video, we had those chair squats, which will strengthen your leg muscles. So if you ever think about it, maybe just stand up and down a few extra times a day, build a little extra leg strength.
And stick around today for the exercise portion of our webinar because she'll be doing those again today.
Thank you. Question number 8. I often have to rush to the toilet. Yes or no? Why it matters? Rushing to the bathroom, especially at night, increases your chance of falling. So nighttime, it's dark, we might not see what's in our way, but just rushing in general, fall risk.
So maybe keep a flashlight handy at your bedside.
Great suggestion.
Here we go with question 9, everybody. I have lost some feeling in my feet. Answer is yes, answer is no. Why it's important and why it matters? Numbness in your feet can cause stumbles and lead to falls and could be the sign of something else. Christine?
That can be a side effect from some cancer treatments or neuropathy related to diabetes. So if you have any of those conditions, that could be a factor, to watch out for. Thanks.
Even being sedentary, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Question number 10. I take medicine that sometimes makes me feel lightheaded or more tired than usual. Answer, yes or no. Why it matters? Side effects from medicines can sometimes increase your chance of falling. And Diane gave us a really kind of comprehensive overview of how that might work. Back to you, Peter.
Number 11, question 11, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I take medicine to help me sleep or improve my mood. Answer is yes, answer is no. Why it matters? These medicines can sometimes increase your chance of falling. And I'd like to add, especially in combination with other medications, it's very important that you go to your doctor and make sure all your meds are working together. Christine.
Great suggestion. Okay, final question. And this might bring back some memories of last. I often feel sad or depressed. Yes or no? Why it matters? Well, you may already remember, if you tuned in last week, Anastasia shared with us how symptoms of depression, such as not feeling well or feeling slowed down, are linked to falls. All right, so you have all your answers marked. It's time to move on to scoring. Can you help us, Peter?
Sure. If you scored 4 points or more, you may be at risk of falling.
So what do you do about that? If you scored 4 or more points, well, we have a couple of suggestions. You can visit this website, and as I said, we can email this out to you so you don't have to write the link down. There are tips to reduce fall risk on that National Council of Aging's website. What else can we do, Peter?
Well, it's important to share and discuss the information about your falling or your fear of falling with your doctor. And also it's very important to discuss it with your family. Another really important thing to remember is do not hide a fall. There must be someone in the family or someone that you could tell it has happened. Hiding a fall is a very direct way to having another one. So please share your information on your fall with your friends and doctor.
You make a great point, Peter, because sometimes people don't want to share that information. It could be embarrassing or maybe a fear of loss of independence. But share that info and reduce your fall risk.
Because once you share that info, you're going to be more aware of your fall risks and you will improve them by sharing them.
So, yep, so you can visit the National Council of Aging for those tips. You can share and discuss the information with your doctor and family. If you feel like you need more support and you don't know where to go, you can email us at nevadacountyfallsprevention@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to help you get in touch with the resources that you need to reduce your fall risk.
So tally up your scores and see how you did.
Yeah, if you want to send any comments to our chat window, we will be happy to see those. All right. Holding steady, we've got 36 attendees. All right, we have next a fun falls prevention vignette from one of our coalition friends, who's going to talk to us a little bit about fall risks in her home and what she does to avoid them. So this is good friend of mine, Annette Reinhardt. Let's see, she's a student from class, and she's gonna help us out. So, oopsie, different video. So,
There we go.
yeah, here we go.
Hi, I'm Annette Reinhardt. I'm 85 years old and still working out with Christine. We've known her for quite a while, from her very beginning, where she came to us at Eschaton and moved on to Training Zone, and we just followed right along behind her because we think that she's the best, and it's been a really good thing to keep us in shape at our age. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about things that you need to watch out for in your home that can cause falls, and that is cats. As you can see, I have 2 cats, and they love to follow around, and they're very quiet. If you don't look down before walking, you may have a problem. So always look down, see if there are cats around, and then start walking. I hope that all of you are being careful in your homes, and that you will have a lot of good health and be able to get through all of this with having no falls at all, because that can be a real problem for senior citizens. Thank you.
And thank you, Miss Annette Reinhardt.
That was really great. I can see why, because I also have a cat that follows in between my legs when I'm walking, and I always have to wait. That's a really poignant thing. Pets, especially small
And
animals,
dogs. Yeah.
dogs, and then animal toys. Be aware that was a really good presentation about animals and fall risk.
Yep, and that's a great sport. She and John, her husband, were with me on class number 3 at Eschaton when I used to have notes beside me, and now they're on YouTube with me, class number 715. So
Yeah. Dedication helps without for not falling.
it does. So we're now ready to move to the exercise portion of this session. So it has a gentle chair warm up with yoga and balance exercises. This is designed to be very safe and gentle with it, and keeping in mind with COVID, a lot of people have been very inactive, but I know a lot of you are really active and you might want more of a workout. If so, join me on YouTube on Tuesday and Thursdays from 10 to 11 a.m. And we combine all the stuff I'm introducing over the 4 weeks in 50 minutes twice a week. So if you want a little more, come to Senior Well on YouTube. And for now, let's relax and do a little breathing and stretching and chair workout. Hope you enjoy it. There we go. I gotta get my little X. Oh, bear with me here. Order of operations I may have violated. Let's see. Just relax. Okay, now I'm ready with this. We have to all do things out of our comfort zone in the age of COVID, huh?
Mm-hmm.
For me, that was going online. I was always afraid, and this is a challenge too, but it's amazing what necessity is the mother of invention, isn't it? We can all. Okay, relax, enjoy the workout, or participate if you'd like.
Hello, I'm Christine Murphy, and I specialize in exercise for older adults. In 2014, I founded SeniorWell.org, hoping to provide inspiration and information to enhance your well-being. Since then, I've taught over 700 classes and workshops to older adults, and I'm so happy that you've chosen to join us for this session. Whether you've been active your entire life or you're just beginning today, it's never too late to get healthier. Small changes can add up to large health improvements in mood, memory, strength, and balance. Thank you for taking time to improve your health. You're worth it. This is one in a series of videos produced by the Nevada County Falls Prevention Coalition, designed to help you stay strong, active, and independent. Since 2006, the Falls Prevention Coalition, a program of Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital Foundation, has provided stimulating educational events and opportunities to Nevada County residents in pursuit of its mission to to reduce the risk of falls through education and vision of creating a community that empowers seniors and people with disabilities to reduce their risk of falling, thereby enhancing their quality of life and maintaining their independence. Prior to beginning an exercise program, please keep yourself safe. If you've been advised by a doctor not to exercise, please consult with them before doing anything. It's also a good idea to check with a doctor before exercising if you feel unsteady on your feet, have dizzy spells, or a chronic or unstable health condition such as heart disease, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, or diabetes. Please keep in mind, all of my instructions are only suggestions. Don't do any move that a doctor told you not to do or that you know your body wouldn't like. Be sure to wear safe, non-skid footwear and take breaks to sip water frequently and stay hydrated. Dehydration contributes to dizziness, weakness, and can increase fall risk. Many of the exercise will be performed from a seated position, and most standing exercises can be performed from a seated position if needed. Please keep a chair, counter, or assistive device nearby to support your balance as needed. We're ready to begin our workout. We'll begin in a seated position where we'll thoroughly warm up our bodies, then transition to standing if you choose for some balance exercises and yoga work. We'll return to the chair at the end for a final relaxation. Let's have some fun. All right, let's begin by getting comfortable in our seats. You may notice I have a block underneath my feet to help me feel a little more comfortable when I'm seated. I'm gonna make sure my ankles are underneath my knees. My shoulders are over my hips. My ears are over my shoulders. Neck is long, chin is level. And check to make sure that weight is equal on the right and left sitting bones. Proper posture puts us in the correct position for deep belly breathing, the healthiest thing you can do for your body all day long. Simply breathe in and out without changing anything. Breathing. If you ever find yourself to be stressed or under tension, you might notice yourself holding your breath. If you want, you can place your hand on your belly. Feel it rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Filling our air with fresh, clean oxygen and exhaling out any toxins or impurities. Feel your belly rise. It inflates like a balloon as you fill your lungs with air. And then exhale, using your muscles to squeeze out any stale or old air from the bottom of your lungs. Next, we'll do some bellows breaths to clear our lungs some more. So if you're a lady, please have your right hand underneath. If you're a gentleman, the left. And we'll begin to purge our lungs. Great job. Let's further purge our heart and lungs now. With our hands at heart center, we'll begin to do some fountain breathing. Inhale in, keeping that nice good posture, and then exhale and blow it out. Great job. One more time. How about a nice slow inhale in, and then an even slower exhale out. That'll stimulate our vagus nerve, eliciting a relaxation response in our body. One more time. Good job. Let's begin to add some gentle movement now. On your next exhale, let your chin gently tip towards your chest. Inhale and rise. Now we have a motto around here. It's no pain, no pain. So if anything hurts, please discontinue that movement immediately. Inhale and exhale. How about a look right and left? Things we do every day. Nod our head yes and no. Look to the side. Checking out our surroundings. How about a little semicircle? Let that chin gently roll back and forth across your chest, nice and slow. If you feel yourself getting dizzy, just slow it down a little bit. How about a full circle? All right, letting everything open up naturally and gradually. Other direction. How about an ear to one shoulder? Relax. Let any stress or tension just melt away. Inhale, rise, other side. And back to center. Let's begin to take our movement out to our shoulders now. Lifting one and then the other. And then both at once. I don't know, do you know? And now full circles. First one direction. And then the other. Oh yeah, loosening up those muscles. Great job. Can you grab a stirring stick for me, please? And stir up some nice thick liquid. Don't forget to breathe. Other direction. Oh, it's thick. You gotta engage those stomach muscles to get it going. Are you stirring up something good to eat? Now give yourself an inhale in. Exhale down. One more time. Let's warm up those hands. Place them at heart center and begin to roll them. Half of the joints in our bodies are in our hands and feet. So let's give them some love. Other direction. Now out to the side. Gently circle your wrists. First one direction, then the other. Give them a lower lift. And then make a fist. Squeeze up those hands. Drop anything you don't need. Just drop it on the ground. All right. You're doing great. How about some water? You getting thirsty yet? Okay. Taking our warm up a little deeper now. Let's warm up our chest. Hands at heart center. Inhale and open up. Exhale, close, shut. Inhale, open, nice and wide. Exhale, close it down. A couple more just like that. Last time. Now we'll inhale, lift, and rise. Circle around. Keep that nice deep breath flowing. Couple more. All right, excellent. Now place your hands on your thighs and begin to circle around, warming up our spines. And then other direction. Any size, shape, or speed works just fine. It's your body, your workout. Now we're going to do some seated cat and cow yoga. So inhale, lift, that's the cow. Imagine a cow with a sagging belly. And then exhale, make your back round like a scary black cat on Halloween. Inhale up, exhale down. How about one more time? All right, good job. Inhale, lengthen. Now pick a side and twist. Take a look behind your shoulder. Come back to center, inhale, lengthen. Take a peek the other way. All right, is your upper body feeling kind of warm? Let's work on the lower body. Please pick a foot and lift it and start to point, flex, circle, squeeze, any way you wish. Wake up those feet. Place that foot on the ground, other foot up. Circle, point, flex, squeeze, whatever it takes. Great job, sit up now. Start to squeeze your calves, lift those heels. Hello, calves. Squeeze some muscle, some blood in there. Let's wake up our hips now. Gently step out as if you're stepping out of a car. Out and in, if you want, you can use your belly to help propel it. I like to squeeze my belly button towards my spine to engage my core. That will help to protect your lower back throughout the workout. Couple more. Are you having fun? I hope so. I am. Great job. Next, we're going to do some seated sun salutation yoga poses. So when you're ready, inhale, gently hug your knee just as close as is comfortable. Exhale forward. Inhale, look up. And then extend and look up like a cobra in the grass. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Extend and look up. This is a full body workout right here in the chair. See? You can do this anywhere. It takes no special equipment, no special clothing, just the willingness to move. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Extend and look up. How about one more time each side? Last time up. Roll up nice and slow. Give yourself some shoulder rolls. Scan your body. Do you need any shake, shimmy, wiggle? A little bit of water? Great job. Let's wake up our feet some more. Tap it right and left with one foot. Other side. Tapping right and left. We're waking up those feet. And now, gently cross one leg over and just reach forward. Here's that nice low back stretch. Inhale and exhale. Rise up, gently uncross over your ankle if your leg doesn't want to go up on top of your other leg. Just do what you can. Inhaling and exhaling. Great job. Prop up your leg. Reach forward, stretching our hamstrings, the back of our legs. Release, other leg up. Just waking up those muscles. Elbow low, right, left. If yourself a few deep breaths. We're gonna work a little bit harder on the next song. Doing something we all do every day, most of you I'm sure probably do. Standing up out of a chair. Very important to mobility, But let's take a break for some water first. Let's work on our balance. So you begin by just going this up and down. If you want, you can lift your heels up and add a little bounce. That'll build some bone density, but be nice and gentle. Great job. Now, stand with your feet about hip width apart, and we're going to work those calves. Let's pulse up. And pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Hand over your head if you like. Great job. Let's give those legs a rest. We're going to rest our legs, but we're still going to get a balance workout because we're going to do the staggered stance. One leg in front of the other. You could be on a railroad track. That's a little easier. Or a balance beam. So you pick what's right for you. Hold on if you need to. If you can let go, you can do that. And simply breathe. You could practice this anywhere that you have somewhere to steady yourself. And it's stretching out those calves. They got a little work, huh? Release. Put your other leg forward, other leg back. Pick your stance. Railroad tracks or balance beams. You pick. Great job. Next balance exercise, single leg stance. So soften your knee, right? That's a locked knee. We want a slightly bent knee, soft knee. Squeeze up your muscles and gently lift one thigh parallel to the ground. And breathe and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the gate if that works for you. Count it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close up the gate for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to the other side now. Get your leg in position. Slight bend in the knee. And lift your thigh parallel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open the gate if that works for you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Shake it out. Staggered stance. Again, practicing balance and stretching our calves. If you want a little more stretch, you can bend your knee. You might feel that stretch really nicely on your calf. Other leg forward, other leg back. Squeeze those legs together and breathe. Okay, back to our pulses. Nice soft knees. Up on those toes if you choose and pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. And other side. Good step to the other side of your chair. Up on those toes one last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Get nice and long in your staggered stance. If you want to let go, you can if that's safe for you. And hold on if you need to. Bend that knee. Stretching out that calf. Hang on. Other leg back. Bend your knee if you wish. Wonderful. We'll finish off with a little bit of leg lifts. Lift, lift, lift. Strengthening our legs. And you can see if you let go, you can challenge your balance. You know what's next. Other side. Soften your knee, leg lifts other side. Here we go. Squeeze those tushes. Wonderful work. Let's take a seat and stretch those hard-working legs. Cross one leg over, reach forward. Rise up, uncross. Other leg comes across. Very nice work. Reward yourself with a couple of inhale and exhales. Wonderful work. Our next series of exercises are full of yoga poses to build balance and core strength. Be sure to hold on if you need to. You can do these from the chair if you prefer also. So we'll begin in a strong mountain stance. And we're going to inhale up and exhale into an imaginary chair pose. So if you're seated, simply lift your arms. Now, if this causes any discomfort in your back, you could try it with your arms down. Rise up, good job. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and hinge forward with a flat back, airplane pose. Breathing deeply. Rise up, stretch one way, and the other. Let's do that series again. Inhale up, exhale, sit on an imaginary chair. It helps to squeeze that belly button towards your spine, protecting the low back. Knees behind our toes. You can always exit a pose whenever you wish. You don't have to hold it as long as I do. Inhale up, squeeze your shoulder blades, hinge forward. I'll give you a side view. Airplane, working the muscles on our back. Rise up, give yourself a stretch one way. And the other. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale onto an imaginary chair, or you could be sitting in your real chair. Rise up, squeeze your shoulders, hinge forward, airplane pose. Rise up, stretch one way, and the other. Great job. Our next set of yoga poses will build balance and give us a nice stretch along our whole entire back. So we'll begin with tree pose. So I'm going to steady myself here with my hand on my chair and then choose a foot position. So you could put your foot on the ground, simply propping it up. You could place one foot on top of the other. Or you could even place one foot on your calf, careful to avoid your knee joint. So this is tree pose. Inhaling and exhaling. If you wish, or if you can release your hand and balance on one foot. Inhaling and exhaling for a few breaths. Hold on if you need to. And release. Now I'm going to turn my chair and I'm going to walk out long for a dog pose. So my head's going to be between my hands, getting a nice stretch. I'm gonna pedal up my feet, just extend that whole body. All the while, deep breathing. Good job, gently walk forward. I'm going to place my chair on the other side and get in position for tree pose on the other side, choosing a foot position either next to your foot, on top of your foot, or on your calf. Once you get comfy there, you can decide whether you want to keep holding on to your chair or maybe let go. Could be a good thing to work towards as your balance improves. Take a few deep breaths. If you like, you can even grow your tree even more of a challenge. Better put my tree down. That was a little too challenging. Great job, release. Now I'm gonna turn my chair and enter downward dog from the other side. Nice and long. Cradling my head between my arms, pedaling up those feet for a nice stretch all along the entire back. Gently walk forward. We'll return to the chair now for one final relaxing meditation. So this is a yoga meditation designed to clear any negative emotions and promote concentration and focus. It's called Sa Ta Na Ma. So I'm going to, as I say each of those syllables, touch first my thumb and my index finger, then my middle finger and my thumb, ring finger, pinky finger. Let's add the chant. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. You can close your eyes if you like. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Couple more times. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Great job. Let's take a moment now to do a little deep relaxation. So get nice and comfy in your chair and squeeze up those toes in your shoes and release them. Squeeze and release. Up to your calves. Squeeze and release those. To the thighs. Squeeze and release. Progressive relaxation. Now make a fist and drop anything you don't need. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Make some muscles. Squeeze and release. To our shoulders. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. A little neck stretch. Open up that jaw. Squeeze and release your cheeks, your eyes. Make some funny faces. Squeeze and release. And we will finish with the lion pose in yoga. So I'm going to get very fierce, and here it goes. Laughing is another good form of medicine for the body and mind. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Very well done, and thank you for that stretch out.
Oh, thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. Oh,
I did.
and thank you all for attending. Do you have any questions from the audience? We have 5 minutes to spare in our scheduled time. You're welcome, Barb. Thank you for spending some time with us. Happy Friday.
We did have a comment that the music was too loud on the exercise video.
In the videos. So I don't know if you can adjust that on the speaker end, but thank you for that feedback.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that out there.
Yes, thank you.
And this one's just strange, I barely heard it. So I think it has to do with the audio of the person's computer.
Probably. So yeah, maybe try adjusting the audio or something a little bit more. You're welcome, Doug. Thank you all for joining us. We hope that you learned something that might stimulate you to make some sort of small change and reduce your fall risk. Oh, wonderful. We'll love to see you again next week, Ursula. You're welcome.
Can you share more information about the vagus nerve?
Oh, the vagus nerve. So I don't go as deep as I know. Basically that fight or flight syndrome. You're welcome, Lucy. Thank you for coming. So the vagus nerve, basically all I know is that if you can stimulate it, it's going to turn off that fight or flight mode syndrome in the body and just kind of turn off that cortisol, those adrenaline and things like that. So lots of good byproducts from eliciting that relaxation response, particularly, you know, in the crazy times we live in, it can be very easy to get stressed and feel that tension. Oh, thanks, Bobby. Glad you came.
Oh, thank you, Bobby.
Oh, dehydration. That's a good question. Hey, does anybody want to be in a vignette? I'm looking for vignette people. It's a good idea. So, oh yeah, Pam. That's Pam. Yeah, Stephen and Pam. Are we going to cover dehydration? It's a big cause of fall risk. Maybe we should make a vignette about that.
I agree. Let's all go get a glass of water and get started.
Yep. It's a big fall risk. You're right. That's a good point. We'll add that thank you, because I'm looking for new content. Do you all want to make a PSA, Stephen and Pam, on dehydration? I'm running out of volunteers for vignettes. So if anyone's interested, I would love to have you in a vignette. Yeah, we'll cover dehydration some more. That's a good call out.
That's a good call.
Wonderful. Oh, thanks, Barb. Very nice. Appreciate you and your time. Any other questions? So we'll email a link to a survey for each of the 5 segments, the 2 vignettes, the falls free checkup, and well, I guess that's 4 segments. And then, and then overall. So there's a 5-item survey that we'll email. We will email links to YouTube recordings where you could access this if you wanted to refer back to it or share it with a friend. We would love for you to do that.
And also, it'd be also really wonderful for you to share that a quiz that we did about if you're apt for fall risk, share that with another friend. Explain to them what it is and educate them, and please share that form and answers.
Absolutely, and they can complete the form online if they want to click through the 12 questions, but to get your report, you have to put your email address in. And so I know some people might have reservations about that, but I did it and they only ever sent me my report. I did not get any extra emails. So if you want to do it online, you won't get inundated with emails based on my experience. Oh, hi, Annette. Annette and John, glad you could.
Hi, guys.
All right. Connie, is that my mom-in-law, Connie, or a different Connie? I don't know. Well, welcome, everyone.
Connie Coop?
Connie Coop? I don't know. Well, welcome you. Thank you for spending some time with us. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for coming. See you next week. Thanks.
Bye.